Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. Once the cord actually works, it's that time once again for the early Dokkan stream. How's everybody doing today? We've got OTC Kiri over on the Twitch side. We've got Drace, Arturo, Massive G, Jane Sen on the YouTube side, and others as well. Those of you lurking, of course, are also. So why is this not working? C's title of the video. Short answer, yes. I might have to mess around with the wires because seems like after restarting my computer this morning, it appears that the cord is now not working properly, which is great. Yeah, new Dokkan Frontier is out tomorrow, so tomorrow morning, same time when we're doing this early live stream, we will be doing the new Frontier. But yeah, it's not out today. It's out in less than 24 hours. It comes out before my early stream starts, but I'm not getting up like super early in the morning just for Frontier, so we'll do the early stream at the normal time and then do the new Frontier on the early stream. How's everyone doing? You say Tank Rock, Jonathan is it Jonathan Toledo? Sorry if that was horribly. What about Banner? The part 2 LR Banner won't be out until at least next week. I think it's like at least the 14th or something for the part 2 banner. Yeah, that's not going to be for a while. Right, yeah, let me see if I can... oh, that banner, sorry, yeah. The Tanabata banner, that one, I forgot about that. Let me just fix the, see if I can fix the thing here. Does that do it? Takes a sec, so... Yeah, I forgot about that one. Hey, there we go. My Dragon Ball t-shirt on. Right, so... yeah, the banner with Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Is it in the news? Was it not in there? Or was it just mentioned on the stream? No, so it's not actually in here anywhere. Only mentioned on the stream. Yeah, so it's 7. Truth has Beast at 10 and Cooler not in the top 10. Damn. Bro fell off. He is wrong. Yeah, so the stream said it was the 7th, the 6th of the 7th PST, which always means the morning of the 7th for me. So yeah, the banner will also be tomorrow morning on the stream. Okay, to be fair, in the comments of that like post, at least for the tweet, he was saying, like, someone was saying that Beast and someone else are better, the Cooler and someone else are better than Beast, and he was saying that like they could all easily be in like the bottom sort of like not like the bottom like 8 to 14 is just a whole bunch of different units. You know, Ningen's Beans, how's it going? Definitely not doing a festival run. Banner should be in 49 minutes. I don't think so. I mean, I guess technically in 49 minutes it will be 1 AM PST, but did you do a video for who's going to be on the banner? No, not yet. Well, the thing is, I'm not 100% sure. Minato said they were last time, so I don't know, but I didn't think that on the Tanabata banner in previous years when the anniversary characters came back that they were available with coins, but I might be getting confused for a different banner. But obviously, like, I will do a video when that banner does actually come out. I will do a video about like coins and stuff. But yeah, I've got to burn off some of this stamina quickly before we do our
All right, let's do
before we
this.
do our I wonder if Truth just updated his previous template, because the only LR tier list I can find, like recent one, is from December, and so it's missing a bunch of the characters. Yeah, Preston, how's it going? Yeah, it'd be nice if they did the thing that I do when I do my schedule, right? And they just put like multiple time zone things on their announcements, but they always just do their announcements in PST, even when the US isn't even in PST because of daylight savings. That's why we got so confused on like the morning that Beast came out, was because the announcement thing just said the time in PST, which wasn't actually helpful to anyone. Right. Now, the question is, can we get a God skill orb before we get to we get our stamina below maximum? Because if I do the new battlefield again, I don't want to be having like stamina go to waste. So but yeah, after using Birdcoo a little bit more, I think I was I probably was a bit too harsh on him in my initial... Well, I say that, but that's the thing. This is why it's always funny, because like I had a discussion with someone on Twitter, and they were actually quite reasonable, which is, I know, crazy. Because like my post saying that, oh, I used literally after just using him for the first time for like the post ECA showcase, he seems a bit underwhelming. And a bunch of people were all like, oh, like, what are you talking about? This guy's crazy, skill issue, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, as I tried to explain to some people, it's like, as I said in the tweet, like it's solely based off of literally just my first time using him. And if you watch the video, like you guys that were here for the stream, in that first time that we used him after his EZA, he was bad. Like he wasn't particularly good. Now I've used him more since then, and I even said that like to people after the tweet. It's like that was based on my initial reaction to using him one time, and I need to test him out more before I pass any actual like, you know, proper judgment on how good I think he is. And now that I've used him a bit more, I've had some pretty good like runs with him. I really like him on the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku team instead of like the Beast team. So yeah, he probably will when I do my tier list, obviously, because I did my last tier list before Cooler and Goku got their EZAs. So Cooler and Goku are probably both going to be in the top 10. A shout out to is it Sharp Erpt or Sharp Erpt over on the Twitch side. I appreciate you. But yeah, so I will be making a tier list today. Because yeah, I added in all of these dudes to add on to the tier list. I mean, people were not happy that I gave Ultra Super Villain God Vegeta like an honorable mention. People did not like that. But I got Beast to 79%, and he's crazy fun with dupes. Yeah, he's definitely a character that will be significantly better with dupes. That's for sure. Yeah, I've got one dupe in mind, and even just having one dupe so that he can occasionally like get crits a little bit easier is definitely better. You know, Demi, how's it going? Reflex, how's it going? Is it worth it to coin Daima Forku and the Tag Super Saiyan 4s? I mean, Daima Goku is still very, very good. One of the things that we've done quite a lot recently is when there's those seriously serious missions, like the one for Beast, we have to use 5 AGL characters against the tech boss. Because it's only 5 characters, like, I just use Daima Goku and then 5 AGL characters that are on his leader skill. Because he's still such a powerful character. So yeah, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku is definitely still very good. I think he probably is worth getting with coins. I guess it's also one of the things I always say when people ask about like coins and stuff is it kind of depends how many coins do you already have and like how often do you get coins. Like if you're a free-to-play player, obviously you build coins back up again quite slowly compared to someone who spends a load of money on the game. So you've got to be a bit more selective with your picks, right? But if you're someone who spends like a little bit of money here and there so you build up coins again fairly quickly, then you can be a little bit more like liberal with the usage and just be like, yeah, I'll just grab this guy. Like, I've got 1k coins right now, I'm willing to spend 500 now and save some for Metal Cooler later. Yeah, I think that's fair. So yeah, in that scenario I would say yeah, like you could go for it and just get a copy of Daima Goku. The Super Saiyan 4, the Super Saiyan 4s, I think are still good, but I think Daima Goku probably is better. You say Beast is better or worse than Kai Goku? Ooh, I think I would say better. Well, I mean, when I did my last LR tier list, Beast was in the top 10 and Kai Goku wasn't. But I don't think they're necessarily super far apart in terms of which one's better, or like Beast being better because I put Beast above him. But I don't think he doesn't like clear him or anything. Because, yeah, let me get up my previous list and then see how I would change it now. Can't wait to get shafted on the Tanabata tickets. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the fact that there are tickets. Like, man, that would be the ultimate luck. After me never having gotten luck on those newer, like on the free tickets that we get from Seriously Serious and all that stuff, this would be the perfect time for free tickets to actually come in clutch. Is on the Tanabata banner, where I could actually get like dupes for the right, so I put UI at 1, Masha Vegeta at 2, Goma at 4, Turles 5, Diamond Goku 6, Super Saiyan 4 7, Beast 8. Right, so let's move these guys just so that they're like on the list. Right, so with the new Beast Gohan, it sucks that I didn't play during Orange Piccolo's release. He seems very good on his team. Yeah, like back when he came out, he was the best unit in the game for like almost a year. And then his EZA, like, it is good, but he's not as game dominating as he was when his EZA came out. His original card came out. But his EZA definitely is that little bit better on Beast's team because Beast gives him those extra buffs. Yeah, let me move the chat over to the other window so I can have the tier list up on the screen. Hannah when? Should I put up that other image? We don't need the timer this time because we don't have an exact time. But should I put this? I'll put this back up. Right, so if I go to tier maker on here. Yeah, so this was my last top 10 list that I made, which was somewhat controversial, shall we say. I did also have, I had Ultra Super Villain Vegeta like here as an honorable mention, but people didn't like that. Like, I personally think that I think that Ultra Super Villain Vegeta is better than Future Gohan, but hey, maybe that's just me. So I know a lot of people like the idea of Goma being like moved up to 2 because basically just because he's on Metal Cooler's team. So the other thing I forgot to do as well is I forgot to like properly recolor all the tiers, and then I ended up having to do it like at the end of the video. So I need to make sure I do that as well. But I would say, like, if this is the list that I made last time, right, at a bare minimum, Cooler is here. And then Birdcoo at a bare minimum is probably here. So now it just kind of depends how we want to think about it after that. Because, I mean, like, what would you guys say? Like, I personally, Birdcoo and Cooler are better than Future Gohan and Trunks and the 8-year Buu duo. So I feel like at a bare minimum, we're pushing these two off the bottom of the list and putting Birdcoo and Cooler on, right? Like, that feels kind of like a given to me, but... So, I'm going to start off by doing that, right? So, push these guys off the bottom. Let's put... I don't know if we will put them back on, but let's put them at least at the top so we can have them there. So, I think Cooler is better than Beast. So again, at a bare minimum, this guy would be here and this guy would be here. So, because yeah, I'm just having a look at Truth. So Truth thinks that Future Gohan and Trunks are better than Birdcoo and Beast, which and therefore and Cooler. I think the problem is, I don't know, it's hard because one of the reasons why I say that UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta are still #1 is because they have so many turns where they're invincible. And Future Gohan and Trunks do technically have like 3 turns where you can't lose. Because Future Gohan is super tanky on turn 1. Then he dies on his next turn, but you revive, so you can't lose. And then when Trunks comes out, you active skill with Trunks, and he has a 100% chance to dodge. So they've got like 3 turns where they basically can't die. Now, Cooler, in the first turn, you could probably get unlucky and he gets hit with a super. Although it would be in slot 2, so I don't know if it would really matter because he would have a lot of defense at that point. But Cooler obviously massively out damages Future Trunks and Gohan. Yeah, it's hard because, like, would it be that? As long as the damage dealer Cooler is above the defense lane guy Birdcoo. Well, the problem is you need to, like, one of the best ways to make sure you win events is to not die. So but yeah, Dragonizable, I'll say the same thing that I say like when I actually record the tier list videos. I absolutely want you guys to give me feedback, but you also need to give me actual like give me actual reasons, like actual arguments. You can't just say Vegeta isn't 2. Like, you have to say why, and you have to say why like other units are better than him. Also, to be clear, for those of you who haven't seen my tier list videos, the color of the tiers means that I think they're basically all interchangeable because they're all basically the same. So as long as you think one of these 3 is #2 because they're all the same color, then we wouldn't disagree massively. But yeah, that's why I have the tiers be like colored. Because, like, for example, I would probably do this, right? Because I think it's just down to personal preference, like who you think is better, Cooler or Birdcoo. So I would put them as the same color. I think Cooler's better than Beast. Like, Cooler on his second turn absolutely has more defense than Beast. And Cooler isn't reliant on his... Cooler isn't relying on all the enemy attacks being in slot 2 so he can get counters. Can you explain to me the hype behind the STR Blue Boys? Because they, on a lot of their teams, they are the go-to slot 1 character. Like on team, apart from Realm of Gods, on teams like Pure Saiyans, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Future Saga, like who else are you putting in slot 1 on those teams? And it's like, yeah, obviously Goku does rely on actually dodging the attacks so that he doesn't die, but he's like he's just a go-to slot 1 character for most of the teams that he's on. Like, the only team that I don't run him as a staple slot 1 is Realm of Gods, because you have UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta instead. But I mean, like, you could, like I say, you could argue that Goma should be 2, just literally solely because of the Metal Cooler team. If you live turn 1 with Cooler, you win. I mean, pretty much. I mean, Cooler, even on turn 2, because his defense can be so high, like, especially on that Metal Cooler team, on turn 2, like, Cooler can actually even go in slot 1 against, like, certain bosses. Because his defense is so high and he has 40% damage reduction. Obviously, he doesn't have guard, so hard-hitting AGL bosses, he's not, like, going to be super good against. Especially super class, because of the... Then he has type advantage and class disadvantage, so... Yeah, exactly. Blue Boy's, well, Goku, I should say, defensive god. Blue Vegeta comes in and cooks, yeah. Like, there's a lot of situations where you just can switch to Vegeta, use his active skill, and, like, especially on Realm of Gods, if you're not using him as the slot 1, then stay as Vegeta for the rest of that turn. I think Birdcoo should be 7 because of the revive and crazy survivability in hard events, while the Int Duo can get caught and get obliterated if they don't get stacks. Well, yeah, the other problem with the Int Duo is that after turn 1, it can be really difficult to get the orbs for Vegeta. And if you want Vegeta to be like a slot 1 for that team, and he doesn't get the orbs, then yeah, you could be in trouble. It just kind of depends on the setup and like the rotation that you get, I suppose. Cell Max is int. I could probably see that. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like AGL so that Beast Gohan has type advantage over him. The problem is, though, you can't do... I think you can't... I feel like you can't do the entire tier list based on... like, the Cooler... based on the Metal Cooler team. Because obviously on the Metal Cooler team... Cooler is obviously even better. But not everyone has Metal Cooler. I mean, the thing is, even not on the Metal Cooler, like the team that I run with Goma as the lead and a Metal Cooler friend, Cooler's only getting a 200% from Goma, and he still absolutely cooks. So... yeah, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku does also have a very good leader skill, that is true. Movie Bosses doesn't have a good int unit. Yep, true. Ruchikan EZA. You gotta remember as well, once we get Part 2 Cell Max, we're gonna get Part 2 Cell Max, then we're gonna get Physical Metal Cooler EZA and the AGL Super Saiyans EZA. So this list is probably gonna change quite a bit again in the next couple of weeks. I mean, the thing is, I could honestly see Birdcoo being better than the fours, but the problem is, I also think these guys are fairly even, depending on which sort of play style you prefer. Like, if you prefer a more offensive play style, then Cooler is probably better for you. And then if you prefer like a more defensive type unit, then Birdcoo is better. Just like when they first came out. But then it's like, do we think that is Cooler better than the Super Saiyan 4s? I mean, I guess it depends. Like, if he does all his additionals and like if he gets good RNG with his additionals and doing crits, Cooler probably does out damage the Goku part of the Super Saiyan 4s. Maybe I should do this and also change these all to just like the same color. Oh man, people are gonna not like this, I can tell you that. And I think I meant to change the colors for these in the previous one as well, though. I'm not sure. Do we think is Turles like hands down better than Daima Goku? Probably not. So I'll probably put them as the same color. Tech Freezer and Gogeta have aged super well. What do you mean? They're not on the team to be a damage dealer. Like, with the new teams that they've gotten and stuff over the last year, like Tech Golden Freezer and Gogeta are still very, very good. Why? So why is Kaiku better? I feel like he's aged, like not badly, but I think about the EX Super for both Daima Goku and in Super Saiyan 4s, they don't make the top 10 list. I mean, Daima Goku is, I think, probably still. Like, the EX Super helps a lot, but his leader skill, the fact that he can be a slot 1, like... Just have Dabura's number 10 as a joke. Well, I mean, Metal Cooler's better than Dabura, though, isn't he? So surely it would be... He would be in number 10, slot 10 as a joke, because he's not an LR, but... I've never liked Kai Goku. He always fails a dodge on his survive KO turn and gets me killed. Yeah, I feel like when he got his EZA, obviously he was really good and like really impressive, but I feel like he's just not that crazy like now. Like, he's still good, but like he's probably around the sort of like somewhere in the end, like 11 to 15 sort of like thing. Well, the thing is, it's a top. This is a top tier. This is an LR tier list, though. Anyway, so obviously, I'm not going to put a TUR in as like a joke, but take Beast off and put Future Gohan and Trunks in there. Well, the thing is, I'm basing this off of my previous list that I made before. Although, yeah, to be fair, a lot of people did comment on that list saying that, like, they thought I was underrating Future Gohan. The problem is as well with the tier lists like these days, like all of these units are all so good. Like it's not like there's huge gaps between the characters that we're putting in some of these different slots as well. So it does become very difficult to like narrow down some of these picks. So what do people think? Do we think is like adding? Let's put a poll in the chat, because a lot of the time when I ask a question, people either don't answer or because there is the delay, it takes too long. So is int Future Gohan Trunks better than TEQ Beast? Well, actually, I should just do this actually. Who should be at 10? TEQ Beast int Future Gohan / Trunks. You really think Cell Max is AGL? I don't know. Like, I think he could be, but as long, basically, my only real prediction is that he isn't going to be STR, because it would be very, very stupid for them to screw over Final Form Cooler by making Cell Max an STR unit. Like, that would be very, very dumb for them to do. Now, that doesn't mean they won't do it, because Dokkan has done dumb things in the past, but man, that would be absolute crazy work and like the ultimate disappointment if Part 2 Cell Max was STR. Right, so make sure you guys vote in the poll. This is your chance to get your opinion in before I make the actual final tier list and like make the video. So if you want to help to decide who's going to be at number 10 for that tier list video that will come out later today, now's your chance to get your thoughts and opinions in the chat. I think just because Beast Gohan should have been better and be an actual slot 1 unit. I mean, the thing is, this is one of the reasons why I think there is like an over hatred of Beast, is because he isn't as good as he should have been, but he isn't bad. Like, just because he isn't as good as he should have been, like, he's still good. So I mentioned Orange Piccolo for part 2. The problem is, whilst that would be cool, the Tanabata format has always been the part 2 LR is somebody who fights the part 1 like character, right? So they could break from tradition and do something completely different and it be Orange Piccolo, but I definitely wouldn't like, I wouldn't bet money on it if I was a gambling man. Plus, yeah, the other Cell Max is STR, so it seems very unlikely they would make the new one STR as well. And that would be kind of wild. I mean, it's not impossible, but I think it would be very silly if they made the new Cell Max STR. Beast wouldn't be so heavily protected if he didn't have such animations. I don't necessarily think so. Like, I know people do hype up, obviously, his animations and everything, but as I say, I think Beast is good. He's just not as good as he should have been, and that's why people are so, like, mad, which, I mean, is fair, but like, if you're someone disappointed with Beast and, like, thinks that he should be better, then I, 100% agree with you. But people saying that he's bad just because he should have been better, I think is crazy work. Villain Orange Piccolo that tags into Cell Max. Well, the problem is, if it starts off as Orange Piccolo that tags into Cell Max, just like we saw with Golden Freezer and Gogeta, then the unit would be super class. Which would also be kind of funny, because then you could have a super class like Cell Max on Beast Gohan's team, which would be hilarious. Well, so you got to be kidding me. So out of everyone in the chat, 20 people have voted on the poll, and it is literally 10 votes for Beast and 10 votes for Future Gohan and Trunks. So this is what I mean. This is one of the things. It's good to see stuff like that, though, because, like, sometimes when I make the tier lists and I get comments, because obviously, as we always do on the internet with any communities and stuff, it's always like the vocal minority are the people that shout the loudest and are normally very negative. Like, so when people comment and say, like, this tier list is rubbish, like, you don't know anything about the game and all this kind of stuff, the fact that even when I say, like, who should be in this slot and then it's split 50-50 in the chat, just goes to show that it isn't like that clear cut, like this unit is better than this unit, right? Because even like half of the chat can't agree with each other, right? And that's the thing. As I always say in my tier list videos, at the end of the day, it is just my opinion. Like, and my opinion is always based on my experience playing the game. So if I've had like for example, if I'd just done that one run with Birdcoo, I maybe wouldn't be putting him as high on the list, because that one run I had with him after he EZA'd, like, didn't go very well. But I have used him a bunch more since then. All Beast does is damage. Well, I mean, the thing is, teams have to have damage dealers. You can't just build a whole team of tanks. Otherwise, every event takes like 45 minutes to an hour to beat. So like, you do have to have some units that are just good at doing damage. Also, doing like big damage is fun. That's the thing. Tanking is probably more valuable in certain aspects. You have to have tanks on your team, but then you do also have to have damage dealers on your team as well. But yeah, OTC Kiri saying, from the state of Dokkan, I say Beast is above in Hybrid Trio. Well, they're talking about in Future Gohan that revives into Trunks. I mean, to be fair, I could leave the list as this and then just say, like, I'll even say in the list, I did a poll in the chat and it was literally 50. Well, it's now 56% for Beast. So more people have actually voted for Beast. So let's put Beast there for now. But I suppose the thing is, when I say about like not everybody has metal cooler and stuff like that, I guess it doesn't matter, because I suppose the important thing is like what are the parameters of the tier list. And I try and always think about, even though I do base my opinions on my own experiences with using the characters, like I do try and think about it in the sense of like, in their best case scenario, like which one is better. And like their best case scenario obviously is on any team, like their best team. So it is one of those things where it's kind of hard to narrow down, like, so crazy not having metal cooler in players box is a worse situation than Bringer not having kimono 18. True. Trunks does better stuff than Beast. I mean, Beast out damages Trunks, I think, even on the active skill turn, if he gets enough counters, is the main thing. So I guess it depends. Because like I think Trunks has a potential to be better than Beast in certain scenarios, but I think Beast is definitely better than the future Gohan part of the card. But obviously, if you're only running one of them on a team, which that unit is one of those sort of units that is definitely better when there's only one of them and you're not running like their team, because have the future Gohan that doesn't revive and stays as as future Gohan can be a liability. But it should be done with everyone at 55%, and it should be assumed they have everyone. I mean, I know not everyone has those, but I feel like tier list should be done with everybody at Rainbow level 10 links. Because if we're going to say who's the best unit in the game, I think it's weird to say, like, this guy's the best unit, but only if you have everyone at 55%. And if you have dupes in them, then this other guy's actually better. Like, that's... I don't know, that seems a weird way to do it. Is hybrid's better than superhero? Probably... I mean, a lot of the team is the same, because you've got, like, the future Gohan and... sorry, you've got the Beast, you've got the AGL, Gohan, and Piccolo, Gamma 1 even, Orange Piccolo. But then Hybrids has future Gohan and Trunks. The TEQ, sorry, the like, trio from the end of the Tanabata last year. I think it's a tough one. Because I think all the best units that, apart from Orange Piccolo being quite good, it's like all the best units that are on Superhero are like Hybrid Saiyan characters as well. So the real trade-off is like whether you have Orange Piccolo or Future Gohan and Trunks. Whether it's a Superhero or a Hybrid Saiyans team. Well, this is the thing as well, like, you're not, when I say, like, because we're not rating them, rating units like you have every character Rainbow is, the point of rating the units and their design is, like, which of these characters is the best. So the idea for me is, like, to rate which one of them is the best, you have to consider them at their full potential. It's not based on whether the people who are watching the list and whether they agree with my opinion or whatever. It's not the case of whether they have those units or not. Like, the idea is that in the best case scenario, if you have all the options available to you, who is the best character in the game? That's what I think the point of a tier list is, which is why I don't do them thinking about them at like 55%. Yeah, Beast should have had an EX super. I know, I guess it's tough for a character like Beast where all of his animations are Dokkan originals, but yeah, he should have had an EX super 100%. I meant 55%. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because that's like I say, the point for me, the point of doing like a top 10 list is you're rating them based on their full potential. In fact, I might take a print screen of this now because, again, the vote is back to being 50-50. So I'm going to mention it in the video and I might even show that screenshot. The thing is, people, when I put the thing that I have to just accept will always be the case is that when I post on the tier list on Twitter, most people who are going to respond and be like, don't watch the video, even though in the tweet I literally always put explanations are in the video. And then all the people that like reply and complain don't watch the video, so they don't like actually hear any of the arguments, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. Because that's the thing, as I always say when I record those videos, and I'll say it when I record the video later, I absolutely understand that people won't agree, and it's just my opinion, and I want those people that disagree to tell me that they disagree and tell me why. Like, tell me why they think certain units are better than I think they are and all that kind of stuff. So when people just say, like, oh, you think this guy's at number 8, lol, it's like, okay, like, yeah, I do think he's at number 8. I explained why in my video. Like, you just saying that doesn't do anything for anyone. Like, if you don't think that that unit should be at 8, you have to tell me why you think that. Otherwise, why would I ever change my mind? And I'm still going to think that that unit is at number 8. Like, people be crazy. But that's the thing, like I've said before, like we've had some really good discussions with people in the comment sections on tier lists, and like people have actually made good arguments in the past that has made me change my mind. Like, people have made good arguments and I've thought, oh, actually, yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Like, maybe you're right. This unit should actually be above this other unit. So having good discussions like that is like the whole point. But people that don't even listen to the argument and are just like, lol, you're wrong. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. Bye. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it like this for now. I'm going to put the screenshot up at the end that shows that it was 50-50 for Beast and Future Gohan and Trunks for anyone who complains. So I think we'll leave it like this for the sake of the tier list that I record later. So shout out to those of you that were here for the stream. You got to see a sneak peek of the tier list that's going to come out later. So I'm going to move the chats back across over to here. And then, yeah, we can get on and do our second battlefield clear. I'm going to redo my box. But yeah, look at that. End the poll. 50-50. Crazy. So I'm assuming that there's no news. Man, them posting all of that like Squadra, all that Xenoverse stuff, I really hope we get another lab type thing. Yeah, so there's no tweets or anything. I'm assuming there is no in-game news. Because we basically know everything other than... Because the new festival thing comes out tomorrow. Not festival, what you call it? The Frontier. You know, the banners are tomorrow because they advertised it as the 7th of July, 6th of July PST, which when they advertise banners, banners are always late time PST, which means early in the morning on the next day UK time. So the banners will be out tomorrow morning. I think Xenoverse collab will happen once we get closer to 3. Now, Dokkan Frontier is a good idea, but just poorly executed the first time because Namek was a terrible choice. But this second one should be fun because you can use whatever you want. I don't know if you checked, but I posted a diver. Yeah, I retweeted the diver's tweet saying, like, tagging Dokkan, saying, please, new Super Saiyan 3 Bardock soon, right, Dokkan.
Let's do this.
Beast better. Well, there you go, Minato. I don't know if you were here in time, but I put up a poll, and it was 50-50 for the chat as who should be at number 10 on the tier list, Beast Gohan or Future Gohan and Trunks. Let me switch back over so Minato can see. Did you get here in time to see the list? Because it's going to be the video that I put out later for my top 10 LRs to get your thoughts on it, but I don't know if you saw it up on the screen in time when you got here. I want a new Demon King Fu. I mean, yeah, because if we get another Xenoverse collab where we get that crazy blue crystal Goku and then like final Sephiroth form Fu would be super cool. I just got here. Okay. It's going to be controversial. I'm interested to see your thoughts, but this is what we came up with. So for the video I'm going to do later, I'm going to leave Future Gohan there, and I'm going to put up the screenshot of the poll being at 50-50 for who should be at number 10. This is going to be a fun... People are going to love this on Twitter. That's... I can't have them up on the same screen and see the chat, though, annoyingly. But cool replacement is quite bold. I just think he's amazing. Like, dude, turn 2, 7 million defense and 40% damage reduction. Like, he can go in slot 1 against some bosses. It's crazy. The thing is, because the tag 4s, Vegeta's only really good on turn 1. And against some of the tough bosses now, like, he just can't slot 1. Even if you get, like, 3 Rainbow Orbs. You have to get the 4, which is really hard after his first turn. Also, remember, I do the thing where it's like the same color tiers are all interchangeable. So 2, 3, and 4 are all the same color. So you could switch them around and it would be fine. I mean, Majin Vegeta is the only one that I was thinking about moving because he is like... He's still good, but his team hasn't really gotten major buffs. He's an extreme character that doesn't go super well with some of the other extreme characters. But the thing is, the Goku part of the Majin Vegeta card, people have to remember as well, like, the Goku part of the card is very, very similar to Blue Goku. With, like, 80% dodge in slot 1, and, like... Yeah, the problem is, if you... Well, I did say with 3 Rainbow Orbs, but the problem is, if you get, like, you go on to his second turn and there's, like, 1 Rainbow Orb, then, like, you just can't put him in slot 1, which is crazy. Right, so let's make our teams based on like the guide that I did the other day, right? So for the Ginyu, for the first fight against Ginyu, we're going to be using STR Wicked Bloodline. Well, at least to start off with. So we got... Wait, I thought I removed everybody. Oh, it's because I backed out. Right, removal. So Cooler and Cooler. And then we'll have these guys, full power Freezer. This guy, this guy. That's 6. We need 7. I guess this guy. And then next up is Metal Cooler, which is physical movie heroes. Superheroes or hybrid Saiyans. I mean, we could just do God Goku and then this guy and just use... Actually, no, does he count as... He's a movie hero, isn't he, this Goku, not superheroes? Or is he one of the ones that gets to be on both? Yeah, no, he doesn't. Oh yeah, we just do the double God Goku, obviously. Then it's pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans. So then we can do that, do that. Because it doesn't have to be movie. They don't all have to be movie heroes. You just have to have a movie hero's character. So I might as well throw on... Where's Xeno Goku? Because he's going to support all the Goku family characters. Throw this guy on there. And then we need one more to get us to 14. Let's throw this guy. Actually, no, we'll save him for a full power lead as well. This is why it's annoying. You've got to be careful, like, who you're putting on. Like, let's put this guy on there, I guess. We don't have a... yeah, we do have a Buu Saga Goku. Okay. Yeah, take it easy, Minato. Appreciate you. Right, so the next one is then Int GT bosses, but I guess Int doesn't really matter. So GT bosses, Omega and Omega. Shadow Dragon Army, Texin. That's 4. 5. 6. 7, because we can actually use him in Battlefield. That's pretty funny. Right, then AGL Super Saiyans. Well, that doesn't have to be AGL. Man, when they do the updates, you can have like the leader skill thing and stuff. It's gonna be so good. So we got the... Where's the Int? Int Super Saiyans, lead Super Saiyans. And then I guess we could just have... where's the Namek Goku? Namek Goku. Hello? So that's 2. And then... they are STR. So let's throw on Bardock. These guys... We can throw on this Goku. This Goku. Let's throw Super Vegito on there, why not? So that's 4 teams. Then we need Majin Buu Saga. No, you don't actually lead Boo Saga, do you? Well, Gotenks is probably the go-to for the lead. And then the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'll just chuck on some Super Tech Boo Saga characters. And then maybe chuck you on there. What was I at? I was at 28 is 3 lots of 7, so we need one more. Let's throw them on there. And then the boss is physical final trump card. This is one of the things I didn't like. This is what I liked about just having the mono teams, is like not having to remember like, oh, these are the categories that you need to use for like the certain bosses and stuff. Because you lead final trump card, and then so does the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So then we can put on you. It's 3, 4. I mean, I could just chuck these guys on there. 5, 6. We've got a Super EZA 7. And then level 3 is Pure Saiyans. I should have done this before. I didn't think we were gonna. I didn't mean to spend as long like making the tier list. But I mean, it does save me time later. But because we could use Majin Vegeta as one of the leads, and then the Tech Vegeta, because then they're both on Boo Saga as well. What is the boss? Tech. Let's look at our in options. I want to save GT Heroes. So I mean, we're using the other Majin Vegeta, so we should use you, really. Which then I guess we could use the where's the Xeno Vegeta? Because he's Vegeta family support. There he is. We're probably not using you anywhere else. Outside of like a GT Heroes team or something. We need 2 more to fill out the team. I mean, I could use the Super EZA 1000 Day Goku. Right, then it's Goku family, but largely STR. Or Frieza and Cell. I very much underestimated how long this would take. Because if we do that, and then when's the part 2? Probably not until later this week, or maybe even beginning of next week, potentially. Where's the... Yep, those guys. And then we can have Beast. We'll have Future Gohan. We'll have the World Tournament Chi-Chi for support. So we need to get up to 56, so I need 2 more. I mean, some of these bosses do hit relatively hard, so I don't want to just bring like any random character. Where's the Super Saiyan 3 Super EZA Goku? Chuck him on there. Chuck that Gohan on there as well, why not? So then the next one is Reps of Universe 7. That's the worst one for the Anaraza fight, having to use Reps of Universe 7. But you can literally just throw on, like, have these 2 guys as the 2 leaders, and then just throw on, like, UI, you. What is Anaraza? STR. Chuck you on there, I guess, and then you. Then we got full power. Yeah, hopefully, despite this being annoying in terms of how long it takes to set up, we'll make things a bit easier for when we actually then jump in and do it. So we'll use you, Gohan, and the you as the lead. And then he is AGL, so who have we got that's available for tech? Dino Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Will this guy be usable? Or does he get his intro? Namek Saga or Android Cell Saga enemy, which there isn't. Or a Namek or Android Saga ally. We're probably not going to have either. Birdgoo can obviously be on there. So this is full power. So you can go on there. You on there. And then let's put Broly and Trunks on there. That should be interesting. I'm just putting some very random units on these teams now, but I feel like it'll be fun. And then the final boss, we need GT Heroes. And so obviously for that one, we have a pretty extensive catalogue of characters that we can use. So GT Heroes, obviously we'll use you and you as the leaders. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I guess we could just use the Super Easy A's. 6 and 7. That makes 77. Although this entirely relies on none of the teams losing as well. So let's quickly also, just in case, then we'll throw in our crossover team. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I closed the list of boss. Well, the boss tells you, doesn't it? So I don't need that open. Yeah, Emilio, how's it going? Well, for me, my day has only really just started because my early stream starts at 8 a.m. for me. So it's currently 20 past 9. So I've only been awake for about 2 hours. But I mean, that being said, day's going pretty well so far. How's your day been? But yeah, I mean, this should be hopefully a bit easier because the first time through after the reset, it took a lot longer than I expected. And partially because some of the bosses are tougher than I thought they have been previously. But I think partially because we didn't have the right teams like set up. Because I still just had my old mono team. Some of them haven't been updated for ages. So hopefully this way, some of these fights will be a little bit quicker. And obviously Cooler has his EZA now, so Cooler is going to be significantly better. Yeah, part 2 should be on the 14th. So part 14th is Tuesday. I mean, do we know though? Because they like surprise dropped Beast on a Saturday, which is really random. But yeah, I mean, if the part 2 LR's like, if he comes out on Tuesday, it'll probably be a Sunday or Monday morning Twitter kind of thing. Yeah, because I remember last time when we used the previous STR team, like before Cooler had his EZA, we absolutely did not one turn Captain Ginyu, so... So Metal Cooler is... Oh. I need to look when I actually click on it. So yeah, Metal Cooler was Movie Heroes. And this was the one where I did just the double U leaders. And then... Did I just put LRs? No. Wait, how did I do this? Oh no, I did just make it Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, didn't I? I didn't make it a full Movie Heroes team. And again, this is what I was saying, right? This is why I just liked I liked the simplicity of just using because yeah, I put you on there, I put you on there, you on there, I think. Yeah, I like the simplicity of just using the mono teams without having to worry about categories. Sales end on the 14th, Kai Banner comes on the 14th. Okay, yeah, so it probably is the 14th then. That would make the most sense. Interesting. This is a turn where we don't really have a slot 1 character. Although Goku has pretty good defense, I guess. And what a good first rotation, the fact we actually have a Buu Saga Goku for physical Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta. It's pretty funny. It's like the only unit on the team that realistically he wants to be on a rotation with, and we got them as the first rotation. But yeah, typical physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku RNG for me, where he just does additional normal and doesn't do any crits, doesn't do any additional supers. Yeah, there's missions to complete all the levels in Battlefield 3 times. So if you want to do all the missions, you have to play it through 3 times. And then there's weekly missions, obviously, for doing like 2 stages to get extra Battlefield memories. But you do get quite a lot of Battlefield memories out of doing these, so So yeah, this is GT bosses. I don't even need to click the UR and LR thing because that's all we put in the thing. But yeah, I like to spread them out. Some people, when a new Battlefield comes out, they just beat it 3 times, like straight away on the first day. I like to spread them out because we have those weekly missions to beat 3 stages. So I normally just do 1 run, and then the next week I do another run, and then the next week I do another run. Because the weekly mission, you only have to beat 3 stages. But because you have to beat the whole thing again anyway, like multiple times, you might as well just do... yeah, might as well just do them spread out. I'm in no rush for the rewards to do it 3 times in one go, so... Yeah, I do them with the weekly missions as well. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just an easier way of spreading it out. Like I say, if you want to just, whenever the new Battlefield resets come out, just beat them 3 times in a row. And say some people just do that, and that's fine. But I'm going to move my tier list over to a different tab so I don't accidentally close it. Because yeah, that'll get recorded later. He dodged. That's outrageous. At least with these kind of older events like Battlefield where the bosses aren't... I say older, obviously it's a new Battlefield, but Battlefield's not like super crazy tough, so characters like AGL Omega can still be used. Can still get a little bit of life out of the boy. Okay, they are actually better link partners for him. That's crazy. And yay, it's an event where we can actually use the EZA baby with his nuke leader skill, so he's banned from like every single other event in the game, basically. Yeah, it's definitely working better than the first time I did it with the just random mono teams. Because that's the thing, you don't need to bring the specific categories that attack lower them, but... Now, that's the thing, I was saying, Delta Ryan, like, I was still just using... I used mono teams for the first run, but I just found that it took way longer than it has in the past. So for this one, I just decided to, like, reset. Wait. No? Oh, hang on, I've got 2 selected, that's why. I was going to say, why is it not showing any of the Boo Saga characters that I put on here? Because I still had something else selected, apparently. Right, yeah, there we go. So, you, and then you was who I picked, right? You. Was it you or you for Goku family? Again, this is why I don't like doing it like this. Because then I forget, like, who should be on what thing. It was you, wasn't it? Yeah, I threw him on this team, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess we'll see when we get to one of the later ones if I then don't have enough characters. So that's why just having the mono teams is so much easier, because you don't have to remember, because it's just like, yeah, my 6 like super tech characters are who I'll be using in this fight, but now that I don't have, or 7 I should say, but obviously I don't have it set up like that now, so... Oh man, they sealed Gotenks. That's kind of outrageous. Don't have a team to run cooler. We don't... Do you not have Goma? Or... I mean, I guess to be fair, like, Goma only gives him a 200%, but Goma, Turles, like the new LR Turles, Golden Freezer and Gogeta, Beerus. I mean, I guess physical Turles with his EZA, but it's only 200%. He's probably not the best leader, but you could still, depending on how you build the team, I'm pretty sure you can run a physical Turles lead and then still run like a Metal Cooler friend. Go, thanks. I still think that Ultima Gohan with the Z-Sword has one of the best runs in Dokkan history from a TUR. Yeah, dude, imagine, like, I can't imagine his Super EZA, I have a horrible feeling, is just going to be a massive fumble. Like, I feel like his Super EZA is just not going to end up being good, like, at all. Which is really unfortunate. Because they'll probably be too scared for him to be like the most dominant unit in the game again. So his Super EZA is just going to be mid. I mean, to be fair, they can't. I don't want to jinx it, but like they can't. They'd have to do a pretty good job to mess it up because his base that they have to work from is obviously very good. So I'd be surprised if his Super EZA was like terrible. Like it's not. He's not going to be bad. But I feel like it's going to be a thing similar to like the Orange Piccolo EZA, where he will be good, but he's not going to be like the super crazy dominant, like, you know, he's the best TUR again. I think, like when he gets his Super EZA, I think they'll hold back on him, unfortunately. But yeah, I do like the 1000 Day Goku Super EZA is actually pretty decent. Obviously, he's not like, you know, super crazy or anything, but pretty good. Considering that he is, technically, he is a free-to-play character. I mean, yes, you have to have played the game for like 2000 days to have him with his Super EZA, but he is still technically free-to-play. I should have switched over to... Well, it doesn't matter because he's dead. I was going to say I should have switched over to Goten and Trunks. Because then Gotenks would have better links, probably. When LR Kid Buu comes out, he better last as long as TEQ Ultima Gohan. I mean, that'll be the worst thing, is that they'll release, like, finally release a LR Kid Buu, and even if he's the best unit in the game, people will complain that he's not, like, good enough. So betting I meant to put the like Super Vegito or someone else on a different team and didn't. Oh good, the whole rotation is Super Saiyan Gokus. Nice. So none of them have got any links active because they're all Super Saiyan Gokus. I probably should have thought about that, just how many Super Saiyan Gokus I put on this team build. Whoops. Hey, I don't have that Goku ECA, so I took so many days off from the game, being bored / over Dokkan, even though I'm on day one. Ooh. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So yeah, I can't remember. I'm at 3,600 and something, so I've still got to wait like almost a year to get the actual all in art, like 4,000 day Goku. Which is a shame, because by the time I get him, he just won't be good enough. Dokkan is a hard game to play every day for 11 years. I mean, I guess the thing is, like, some days when I can't... Well, obviously because I make videos, so I pretty much am always playing the game every day. But, like, even if you just log in and do your dailies, like... doesn't take too long. What are the chances that they super in slot 1? Who has the most defense? It is actually the Int Super Saiyan trio, but Bardock has type advantage, so... I mean, they get their attack lowered because we've got Super Saiyan characters, so even if they do super in slot 1, I imagine we probably would survive anyway, but... Movie boss is getting stronger. I need a new broken Fat Janemba with STR Janemba Super EZA. Dude, that would be super good. Because yeah, I'm like, fingers crossed, like I said in the video that I put up yesterday, hopefully Cell Max will be a movie bosses 220 lead. Because whilst we've gotten some really good movie bosses characters recently, we don't have an actual movie bosses leader. Because Metal Cooler doesn't technically lead movie bosses. Like, Turles leads, was it Terrifying Conquerors, and, like, is it Low Class Warriors? Garbage, right? So, we need an actual proper movie bosses leader. TEQ Faction Ember had so much potential. I mean, his EZA was okay when he released, but yeah, he probably deserved more for sure. Like, he should have been better than that. Considering how good he... Well, I actually hated him on release because of the whole needing 2 rainbows and 4 type orbs. Imagine we finally get a Gogeta Blue. Yeah, I kind of hope... I know people say, like, oh, fusions again, but actually we haven't gotten... like the standalone fusions like that for a while, so like I do actually hope that the 12th anniversary is standalone Blue Gogeta and standalone Vegeta Blue, but we'll see. Also, the AGL Super Saiyans like should get their EZA in part 2, and hopefully they'll be good as well. I'm feeling Cell Max will get 2 categories, one for movie bosses and one for androids, just because he's a version of Cell. I think it's one of those things where I could see it happening, but I would say don't get your hopes up or like expect Cell Max to have 2 leads, because so far only Daima Vegeta and technically Jiren, but his leader skills were both basically the same thing anyway. Yeah, I would say don't expect Cell Max to have 2 leader skills, but if he does, like, that would be awesome. But yeah, don't expect it. But I put you as the other final trump card leader, didn't I? Yeah. And I put both of you guys on there. I put you on there. I didn't put the GT Heroes characters on there. You were for reps of Universe 7. I'm sure I put you on there. Who was the other one? Because what fights have we got left after this? Pure Saiyans. Goku family. Reps. Full power. Maybe it was you. Because the whole team is super class. This is where I probably forgot. But yeah, hopefully standalone blue Vegito, standalone blue Gogeta, because we still don't have those. If I had a nickel for every time a child came into a stream and asked me a question that was answered in a video that I posted the day before, I would probably be a millionaire now. I could rainbow every single unit on release. Right. Oh, he's locked in slot. Oh god, this isn't good. You watch us die here now because of this. This day 10 years ago, Namek Prime Battle Goku came out. Damn. 10 years ago. Great. W rotation locking, am I right? Well, I only made one spare team, and that was the crossover team. So if we don't clutch this up here, we've just lost this run. Which is... Yay! A mode where you bring a limited number of characters and the boss has rotation locking. That's super awesome. The thing is, though, the reason why the only two other Carnival characters that have 2 leader skills... The only reason that they have 2 leader skills is because one of those categories was incredibly small. And even though movie bosses and androids could do with new leaders, they're not small categories, so I don't know. Okay, that's fine. It's actually a good starting rotation. But yeah, it depends. What are you asking? Where you find them in the game once you've done them, or are you asking what the missions actually are? Because yeah, there's the that's the link to the video I posted that tells you what all of the missions. It's pretty much just do the Whis links, the Whis like skill orb event once, do the Roshi turtle training event once, and then just like use a bunch of stamina. So just play a bunch of other events, like so just like farm some quest mode or something. Physical cooler has to be cracked EZA. Yeah, dude, that would be so good. There you go. Fortunately, we didn't get a terrible lock because obviously, like, Vegeta kind of has to go in slot 1 for the crossover setup, so that's fine. Alright, so Hachiak was Pure Saiyans. Who did I put on? Because I put you as a leader, and then Daima. Did I put Daima Goku on this team? I didn't, or did I put him on? No, I put him as the Goku family leader. I think I put him on. I put this guy on because I put so many Vegetas on the team. And yeah, this was the one I put Super Saiyan 3 Goku on, I think. Or did I? What other Pure Saiyans do I have left? Yeah, I think I did. We'll see, I guess. You play Dokkan or any other mobile apps? I only play Dokkan, like, for content and stuff. I might make a short about it on my second channel, but I have been trying out one of the, there's all those apps that say that, like, you know, you can get, like, earn money by playing games. And I've tried one of them out because, obviously, because I work from home and I work on my computer, like, while I'm editing videos and all that stuff, basically, whilst I'm not recording, I can pretty much spend all of the rest of my time just playing, like, mobile games. So I've tried it out. I tried one of them out, and I have actually managed to get, like, a decent little bit from it, which I've then been able to put back into, like, buying, like, ticket packs on Dokkan and stuff. So the only problem is, for most of those kind of things, they require you to spend a lot of time playing the game, and some of the missions that they give you to, like, earn actual decent amounts of money, like, for some of the games it's just, like, impossible to do if you don't actually spend money on the game. Like, imagine if, like, there was a thing where Dokkan had a mission, like, because obviously they have to be new games as well, they can't be games you've already played. So imagine if you were a new person starting Dokkan today on day one, and one of the missions for this thing would give you, like, $50, but it would be like, it would be something like beat Red Zone Bio Broly, and the time limit to do the mission would be like 3 days or like 24 hours. So obviously, unless you, like, if you started the game today and you went ham on Beast Gohan's banner and, like, rainbowed loads of, like, rainbowed all the characters on the banner, like, maybe you could then beat Bio Broly on day one, but, like, that's what some of the missions are. But some of them probably are scams, maybe, I don't know. But the one that I've tried out, I'm not going to say what it is for now, because I still need to test it out a bit, and then I might make a video about it, because I don't want to promote them, especially for free. But the one that I've tried out, I've managed to get, like, you know, I think in total so far I've managed to get about $50, which I've then spent all on Dokkan. So that's the problem as well, is once you've done some of the easier missions, they become really, really hard or really grindy. So you have to play the games, like, every day. But, I mean, once I figured out that it was legit, because obviously I didn't do anything, I didn't go ham until I got my first payout from them to make sure it wasn't a scam. But sometimes they have things like one of the missions was, like, to do a specific thing in one of these games. And the mission was worth, like, $15. But it was quite hard. So in order to be able to do the mission, I just spent, like, $5 in the game to buy, like, a power-up, like, pack thing. And so by spending that $5, I then beat a mission that got me $15 on the app thing. So technically I still made $10. So you've kind of got to be careful, because some of them are hard. Because some of the games are the ones like Monopoly Go and stuff like that, where you just randomly roll dice or do, like, slots and stuff. So even if you put money into it, like Dokkan, you could get bad RNG and just get bad things. And so then even if you spend money, you don't actually make any progress in the game. So I would advise, if anyone wants to look into them and stuff, I would advise caution, because it is still very much RNG related. But yeah, I might make a video about it for the second channel, because one of the things that I found really funny is, obviously mobile games have a lot of ads for other mobile games, and one thing that I find really funny, that I genuinely don't understand how, like, games get away with this, is when you see ads for the mobile games, and then when you download the actual game, it's nothing like the thing. Like, I genuinely don't know how, like, that's allowed. Because what's funny is, one of the games that I have been playing, I downloaded it because I thought the advert that I saw in one of the other games I was playing, I thought the ad that I saw looked kind of funny. And then when I downloaded the game, it's literally nothing like that at all. but it still is kind of fun. So it's I don't know, what did I do for my full power team? I feel like I've messed up my selections for this team quite badly, because I've got way too many Super Saiyan 2 Gokus on the Gohans on the team for a start. Did I put Beast on here, or was Beast on the Goku family team? I can't even remember now. It's probably a legal loophole. Yeah, I don't know, because like if you see a trailer for a thing, or like an advert for a game, and then you download it and the game is literally nothing like that at all, like surely that is the definition of false advertising. Like, surely. Like, I don't understand how is that allowed? Grand Mafia. Yeah, that's one of the ones I've seen. The ads make it look like GTA, but it absolutely isn't at all, like if you actually play it. I mean, this Goku has to be in slot 1, so hopefully he doesn't get clapped by Garlic Jr. here. You're saying we can get paid by playing mobile games? No, like I feel like I'm in sort of a unique scenario for it to be worthwhile, because I work from home and like I can basically just spend, like I say, like when I do my tier list later, right? My tier list videos normally end up being somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. So I'll be recording for 20 to 30 minutes. And then while I'm editing it and making the thumbnail and all that kind of stuff, I can be playing one of these games. Like I have a lot of time. That's the thing. If you wanna actually get any of the decent like monetary rewards and stuff, you have to have a lot of time to play. So I would say it's definitely not a viable thing for a lot of people. It's not something I would suggest everybody goes out and does. But like I say, I will potentially make a video about it for the second channel, because at least for now, from what I've experienced so far, the one that I have tried out does seem to be legit, because I have actually gotten money out of it. So, but the other thing as well is you have to be playing like lots of different games as well. You can't just pick like one game and then earn loads and loads of money off of it. I'm currently playing like 4 different games, and it's a case of like play one for half an hour, close it, then play one of the other ones for half an hour, close it, then play the next one for half an hour. Like, it's like I say, you have to have a lot of time to spare to be able to actually make any sort of headway. Banner is in 20-ish hours. Yeah, I'm not sure how early it will drop. I'm assuming it drops at the same time as the Frontier, which I think is at like 6 AM for me. Let me double check the news thing here. Although the upcoming content thing didn't have the time on it, did it? Was it in the actual celebration info? I don't think it was. So, yeah, no, the new Frontier thing's not in the news. So that's the thing. We know it comes out tomorrow. Let me double check Proton's data download tweet, because we know it comes out tomorrow, but we don't... Oh, no, we do know the time, because it's in the panel mission, isn't it? Yeah, because if you go into the main menu, the panel mission that's for beating the new Frontier, it tells you what time the mission is available to be completed, and that's because that's when the Frontier comes out. So also the Ultimate Clash is out tomorrow. Sorry, Ultimate Clash, the burst mode, that's what I meant. So yeah, you can check the in-game menu, which obviously I can't look at the moment, so... Because I'm in-game. No, a lot of people don't like the Beast Gohan. A lot of people don't think he's even a top 10 LR, so you absolutely don't have to have him. Like, don't waste all of your stones summoning on his banner. Summoner Wars. That's the other thing you have to be careful about as well, if any of those games are PvP, because then you really are throwing it completely to RNG, whether you're actually going to be able to do anything. And as we know from like Legends and Grand Cross and stuff, gacha games that have PvP are often very, like, money hungry, because to be able to compete against other people that have all the crazy, like, new characters, you have to have all the crazy new characters. So unless you get super, super lucky free-to-play summon RNG, then you have to spend money. And that's the thing, for those things to be worthwhile, if you're going to spend hours playing those games to try and earn money for the thing, like, you don't want to earn, like, say, $20, but you spend $20 on the game to beat those missions, because then, whilst you technically haven't lost anything, you haven't earned anything, like, and you spent hours playing a game that you wouldn't have played otherwise. Like, Goku family. But yeah, like I say, I'm not advising people to do it, but yeah, I definitely messed up. There should be someone else here that should be going on this team that I don't have. I don't remember who it was. Oh no, it was Mini Forku. I was meant to use the TEQ Goku as I was meant to use this guy as the other Pure Saiyans leader, so he can go on this team instead. Now Beast isn't bad, but he's just not, like, he's not super good. I have him at number 10 on my list now. He was slightly higher in the one that I made the other day, but Cooler and Birdcoo EZA came out, and I think they're both better than him, so he is now at 10. Oh, nice. Well, they locked everybody, but Daima Goku gets to be in slot 1, which is where we want him to be, so lol. Right, so do that. Do that. Need to go have fun, guys. Hey, no way, Jane Senna, I appreciate you. Rickums has personally loved Tech Beast, my favourite transformation, so I'm biased. Like, he's definitely better than people give him credit for, but he should have been better. And that's the main reason why people are down on him and are underrating him, is because I do agree that he should have been better, but people acting like he's bad, I think, is crazy. He's definitely not bad. Like I said, he just should have been better. Tech Beast is good if you know how to use him. Yeah, that's the thing as well. He's good in certain situations. So the people that are trying to force, like, no, I want him to be a slot 1 unit because STR Beast was a slot 1 unit. It's like, okay, but he isn't a slot 1 unit, so you can't use him as a slot 1. Like, even if you want to, because he isn't. Damn, Chi-Chi being that really good Goku family like support character, but has no links at all with either version of her son here. That's crazy. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan all over again. Yeah, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the 10th anniversary, where he's nowhere near as bad as people make out, but because he should have been better, everyone hates him. Yeah, exactly, Steven Z. And Trey. A lot of us on the same page. See, we know Dokkan. We know Ball. Because yeah, a lot of the vocal, especially on Twitter, Dokkan community, it is literally like, if you're not the best unit in the game, you're trash. So when a character is like good, but they're not like super crazy, then you will get loads of people on Dokkan Twitter saying that they are absolutely terrible, unrunnable, worst unit ever released. Like, it's very silly. Man, these rotations have been awful for Ki. Like, shockingly bad. But the other problem is, of course, the original Beast was like the best unit who gapped the entire game. So everyone was expecting, like, well, obviously when the next Beast Gohan comes out, he too will be the best unit in the game. Like, and then because he isn't, then yeah, people were mad and acting like he's not very good. Yeah, STR Blue Evolution being literally like the only character from the only headliner from the 10th anniversary that didn't get a active skill is like crazy disrespect. Like, genuinely wild. The vision they had when he was made was, we hate Vegeta. And so then Geppy took over, and now this has been like the year of Vegeta. I don't know if they only have legendary powers. She doesn't even have all in the family, which is like one of the best like Goku family links. Oh wow, this is look, what is going on with this Ki, man? Why? Why does the game hate me? I think Cell Max is a slot 1 unit. Probably will be. Oh, Chi-Chi didn't dodge. Okay, well, she didn't die. Just about. I mean, the thing is, even like the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like if he doesn't dodge early on before he transforms, he can get clapped. And then to be fair, even on like the turn he transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he can't take like a huge crazy boss super. He is still useful for teams, but he's not like super crazy top tier anymore or anything, I don't think. And Cooler have the same weakness. Cooler just gets saved from medical or defense stacks and turtles, don't they? Individually, Beast is better. I mean, the problem is that Dokkan isn't an individual units game, though. That's the thing. So I feel like teams that the character is on and like link partners and stuff is something that you do have to take into account, because there. I mean, Frontier is different because there are only 3 characters on Team A and Team B, but there are no modes in the game where you only use 1 character on their own. So one character on their own technically being better than another character doesn't really matter. It should be a nice quick one. Banner cancelled. Yeah, the banner should be tomorrow. Earth for Goku is still very good. Yes, that is true. I very much do not like that Piccolo banner unit. I need to test him out more, to be fair. Like, I used him once and he got me killed, like, immediately. So, my opinion of him is quite low currently. 2% 4 gets the skip, but we can't skip the... Yeah. Why would you want to skip that? It's everyone's favourite, like, active skill transformation scene. Like, why would you want to skip it? That's why they purposely made it unskippable, because they know we all love it so much. Okay, so I didn't even realise the time. So we have overrun a little bit, but fortunately, by making these better teams, even though it took longer than I thought it would to set it up, has made this run through way quicker than it was when we did it the other day, with like the first run through of these bosses. I mean, that's the thing. The update's good for people who wanted it, because people have been asking for it for a while, but it's not something that I will probably ever use. Like, I like watching the animations. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Dylan for re-upping their channel membership. Ningen Club member for 47 months. Let's go. Pulling on that banner tomorrow. I know it's a trap. I mean, it is, but some people will pull on it and pull Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is pretty good. Or Beast. And you get pity coins for the Beast banner. So if you already have like a decent amount of pity coins for the Beast banner, then summoning on banner isn't necessarily the worst idea. But yeah, shout out to Dylan as well. 47 months, 1 month away from the 4 years and the new 4 year. Well, that's not new, but will be new for you. The 4-year badge. Drace, you can see in chat with the purple Dragonstone themed, that 4-year badge. Using red coins for Daima Goku and the Super Saiyan 4s, I don't have either. I mean, yeah, using them for Daima Goku I think is definitely a good choice. He's still very good. I'm surprised I was here all this time as a member. Hey, I appreciate you, my dude. Shout out to all the long-time members and the long-time viewers. I know some people, the tier 1 membership is only $2, but I know some people, you know, have to stretch every penny and don't spend on things like YouTube and stuff, which is fair. I totally understand that. But whether you're a member or not, I appreciate all the people who have been around for many, many years on the channel, helping to support, whether just being here in the streams, watching the videos, commenting on the videos, all that good stuff. Like, all of that stuff is helpful. Like, if you watch the videos, make sure you like them, drop a comment. Because any sort of comment on the video, anything YouTube like counts as an interaction, helps me out in the long run. So I appreciate all you guys. Who's the longest member? I can see it, but where is it? Because I can look in my members thing. There's someone who, I don't know if they come around the streams much or if they just lurk maybe, but there are a couple of people that were, I think, members from almost way back when, like, members were first introduced as a thing. Because though obviously YouTube didn't have a thing like that for a long time. Yeah, there's someone called Heavy D who's been a member for 72 months. Then we've got Heartless Scorpion has been a member for 68 months. But I don't see their names like in the chat very like often at all anymore. The next one is Drace. So in terms of people who are very regularly at like all the streams, Drace is the longest member. Because yeah, the Heavy D joined 72 months ago and has been a member for 72 months. Heartless Scorpion has been a member for 68 months as in total, but they had a short gap. They rejoined, like they re-upped their membership 3 years ago. So they were already a member for 30 months or 32 months. Then it expired or something, and then they waited 1 or 2 months and then got it back again. But yeah, Drace is the highest overall, like in terms of regulars, with 57 months total. I've been watching you since that Marseille and Bardock TUR came out. Damn, nice. And there's a new account, haven't been subbed on here for that long. Damn, well, I appreciate you, my dude. Okay, so let's finish off this final boss. And he is GT Heroes. And I actually made a GT Heroes this time, rather than last time we'd ended up with basically only our... only our crossover team left as like the only team we hadn't used. I smell a world tournament after TDC. I could see it. We haven't had one for a while now, so I mean, I'll take it. I should have got the other orbs, but he's still got his 18 keys, so that's fine. Conjure Stone's ready for the banner tomorrow. Oof. It's definitely taking a risk, though. One of those things I probably wouldn't recommend most people summon on the banner tomorrow unless you have, like, you know, if you've got, like, over 1,000 stones and you just want to throw a few of them at it before, like, GDC comes in a couple of months, like, maybe that would be worth the risk. But if you only have a few stones and you're planning to just, like, throw all of them at this banner, I would say that's probably a bit risky. No, we didn't have the craziest first turn, but turn 2 here is pretty decent. We should hopefully kill him this turn or next turn, and then I will be ending the stream. But yeah, I will do a video for today as well about, like, should you summon on the Tanabata banner. I need to find the old one. Because what was the last Tanabata banner that was like that? 'Cause did we even have one last year? The first video I watched was 8 years ago, Universe 6 versus Marseille. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, because when would the last Tanabata banner even have been? Because did we get one last year? We didn't, did we? Because we got the weird, like, Black Friday banners and all that other stuff instead. Did we get one? Because, yeah, I feel like the Black Friday ones were the ones we got instead. Maybe I'm wrong. Last one was 2024. So which one was that one? I'm only looking at the global one, so it would have been... The global one would have been after the worldwide. TEQ. Oh, yeah, because they jammed TEQ in like after the anniversary, didn't they? I forgot. I forgot they did that. Yeah, so that was the UI Goku. Was TEQ was the main Tanabata character though, right? Not the weird like secondary banner. That's what I'm trying to find. Because that's the TEQ release banner. Then we had the legendary summon with Cell Max. Then it was the Broly Worldwide. So did Global even get one of those banners at all? Because I can't see it here anywhere. Because yeah, the original Tech UI Goku banner didn't have the old like anniversary characters or anything like that. So yeah, Future Gohan, really? You've got to be kidding me. Well, I'm out of teams, so... Amazing. Alright, well, that was not what I expected. So yeah, I'm going to have to add some more extra, like, bonus teams that we have to run just in case, which is annoying. Right, well, anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. I'll have to figure out what the banner situation was later. If you guys know, like, someone can find it and post it in the Discord. Because all I can find is the actual Tech UI banner, but not the one that's like the Tanabata, like the one we're getting tomorrow, where it has like 20 featured units and like 8 of them at LRs. Like, I can't find that on the Dokkan database thing anywhere. As the 9th anniversary units return, plus AGL UI in Blue Evolution. Yeah, unless that was for somehow after the Broly banners came out. Like, I can't see it anywhere. Because then we also had the Black Friday banners. Oh, so yeah, that was what it was then. Surely that was what it was the Black Friday banner. The one that has Beast Gohan, Broly. Is it not that one? Yeah, post it in the Discord. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there. I appreciate you guys all coming out. I'll find out the information and I'll make a video about it later for tomorrow. So for the banner coming out tomorrow, that video will go out today. So that's going to be it from me. I appreciate you all coming out. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.